Morning. How's everybody doing? It is 8:13. Okay, August 13th here. Cooking through these months like crazy, folks. You'll see as you get older. Ooh, boy. All right, so what do we got? We got a bunch of stuff out this morning. Bassett was on Bloomberg this morning touting 50%, 50 cent rate cut. So there's that talk. There's a little bit of that talk going on. He ain't voting on it, but he's talking about it, right? If you talk about it enough, things will happen, right? It'll transpire. All right, so what else we got? We got markets taking day up again here. Is it time for the diamonds to make the move? Anybody at all? Well, looks like we're going to get a day up, all right? And we don't get it often. So we had a nice day, but what did we do? We took the week up, okay? So now we need to get some. You got one job to do, all right? And get back up to 449. Let's get back up to 451, and let's get this Dow Jones Industrial Average back to where it should be. Even just with the talk of a rate cut, they'll start going after them a little bit, all right? Because it seems like it becomes more of a reality. And I don't, it is what it is. Markets at all-time highs, they want a rate cut. They want to cut rates. I get it. You know what I mean? All right, so diamonds better here this morning. SPY better this morning here now. Continue to the upside. The only thing I can say is watch out. I hope you follow me on X, but the valuations is a big thing you want to pay attention to. All right, so as these stocks continue to soar, we got to pay attention to especially on the charts and looking for things where there's going to be a 5 to 8% reversal at some point. Okay, it's going to happen. All right, so we want to be aware of it. We want to be on top of it. If I'm here 6.5 hours a day, I want to try to stay on top of everything that is going on. All right, so I'm going to go through some names here. We talked about the futures, 644.79. Continue to be in the stratosphere, okay? So that's where they're at. All right, so a couple names. Kava reported. Kava down 25%. The smokes, folks. This thing's a smoke show to the downside. All right, closed at 84.50. We're getting creamed here. We are getting creamed down here. We're coming back down into the 64 level right in here. Let's see where we come down to here. On our monthlies, kind of it's been chopping all freaking year for the most part. You got the 2-3 created all this business, and it hasn't been able to. It's been a rocky year for Kava, all right, as we see. But now they're going to take all these months out, okay? So triangle out all of this business right here, all right? 70.15 seems like there was a pretty good support level there. Now, you're going to get that gapper down. So what does that tell us, guys? You know what's going to happen. It's going to come down here to $65. That's where she's trading about right now. All right, right now she's trading at $65.15. All right, that's going to be a gapper down. You're going to wait 3 days. All right, we'll wait and see how Kava fares out, okay? Not that great today with the Kava. All right, CRWV. I called that one out yesterday. It too said, should get some bad earnings, should get the stock to come down. It didn't come anywhere near where I wanted it to come down. It still stows pretty strong. It got up to 148. They were buying it, boy, into the earnings. Were they buying it into the earnings? Oh, yeah, they were buying strong into the earnings with good volume. All right, so a lot of guys going to be chewing on this one this morning at $135, and guess what? You're still going to be inside day. All right, so we're not even busting that day out. That's how big that day was yesterday. All right, so Crew V trading at 135.25. I think this thing gets better. I think down 10% is present. Thing moved back up. It did fall apart, but I think, again, I don't think it has anything wrong fundamentally. I just think that there was too many people that got in on the stock early. It ran up to 187. They all freaked out, and they didn't get out, and then it became that, it's like when you feed the fish, they go crazy. All right, so we'll see there. All right, I think that stock is pretty good. All right, so I'm going to be watching that one pretty closely. I had it at 107. I sold it at 119. I thought I was a genius. Okay. Turns out I wasn't. All right, so CRWV, there you go. That's a nice move down here this morning. We'll see how they want to shake out on that one. All right, INTA is in the news this morning. What's Inta's deal? Up 25% on earnings. All right, so Inta is really on the move here. Closed at 36.92. We did make a high at 47.23 on Inta. All right, it backed off of there, back in that 44.21 area. So we got a nice gapper coming back up here on that pivot machine gun. 44. Where we at? 44.50 right now. All right, so you still got a lot of room. That's a pivot machine gun. All right, that's when all these time frames start to get taken out. Okay, so that's what we call that, and that's what we look for, and that can set up, but it's not rare. It's not like Bigfoot or anything, but it's out there. You know what I mean? All right, so Inta. All right, WBTN. You can hunt for Bigfoot in Oklahoma legally, just so you know. All right. Coming back in here, WBTN this morning. This is another one that was fairly new, okay? So Webtoon Entertainment. This one is got a nice move to the upside here now, 12.25. And I think that one is the deal. So Webtoon, they got to deal with Disney. Again, I'm very bullish on Disney, and there's a whole lot of new sports. There's a sports revolution going on in America right now, and we're gonna turn all these sports that people play now in parks are gonna be on TV. They're going to become a real sport, and there's more I want to talk about that, but I don't want to talk too much more about it right now. All right, but there's a move going on here. There's a move going on. All right, 2-1 inside on the week, so the week is pretty decent here. Now you're gonna bust out on that, right? So expando on the El Wico. All right, you're taking all this out. All right. We are looking at 12.30 right now, 12.30 coming back up. So if you want to triangle out, it's going to take up to 13.80. I could probably get you somewhere cheaper in there. That's 12.17, but we've already taken that out. Maybe 13.31. I'd look for 13.31, see if 13.31 can work for you. If it wants to go back up, we'll keep an eye on that one. Webtoon, all right? I talk about that a lot, too, about what's going on in the whole streaming world. There's a lot of stuff going on there, too. I think there's going to be major consolidation in that group. Get everybody down to tight 4 companies, and this way they can get the price fixing right. All right, and then everybody can pay more. It's going to be awesome. All right, so WBTN. That is better here this morning. Webtoon, SPNS, Synopsys. What's the story on Synopsys here? They got a $2.5 billion acquisition. Stock is up big time. 42.62 from 29.15. Sapiens get they with the inside day yesterday. 2-2 go, baby. All right, we're sitting at 42.74 on the daily. Forget about it. You're coming up into this area in here. I don't like when I do that because it screws my charts up. Synopsis here, though, we can pull it up here a little bit better. 42.60, taking everything out. All right, taking all of this year and taking all of last year. Take that, Jack. All right. Now you're taking out a lot of time frames there. What does that mean? It means it's an exhaustion risk because there's no more bars for us to reach for. Okay, so let's see what happens there. A little tidbit here. NVIDIA is going to report on August 27th. Put that down on a piece of paper. Going to be close and really. We got the PPI tomorrow. I don't think it's a non-event. It's a complete non-event. CPI was the much more important number. The CPI number wasn't that great, and everybody's saying it's awesome. Throw it in the basket, okay? PPI could be another one there. Just kind of put that in the basket and move on. All right, so I think that could be very well. But we're going to get some housing numbers, and the housing stocks are just a wreck, you know. They've been moving up here, but for the year, they're just trying to get better on the year right now. All right, so they have been coming up. This is all speculation, by the way, all this move to the upside here. All right, so, but if a real rate cut comes, then they're going to be in a much better place. Okay, let's just say that. So I don't know what brings them in here. We'll wait and see. All right, but they could move. You look at last year's highs over here on ITB, $129.89. All right, we'll see what happens. Okay, do have some numbers tomorrow. All right, synopsis, some of them housing, we got NVIDIA. Let's go through some of the diamonds, right? The diamonds are finally getting it going. 2-1 inside now on the month here. We got to get XLI through outside month and get this thing moving. It's just as simple as that. There's your day up. We got 446 on the diamonds this morning. They're probably going to triangle out, okay? So be prepared for that. But, you know, as they triangle out and fight back, that's how they get stronger. You got to lift weights if you want to get strong, okay? And that's the way it goes. You got to work out every day. All right, so same there. What else here? XRT Retail had a really, really nice day yesterday. Had a real nice move, right? And it went out on highs. So nice. And we're at 83.20. So we're opening unchanged on the day. Watch the diamonds closely. Okay? Watch the diamonds closely. XLP, here's another one. Snuck back up there again. 2-2 up on the month, still trying to get back up to last year's highs at 84.53. This thing's been trading sideways all frickin' year. So don't expect any kind of too much fireworks. But if it starts to get out of all this, you know, then maybe it can expand. You still got tariffs. You got to still eat those tariffs. Eat them. All right, so remember that. All right, so as long as those stocks, that and our discretionaries like Kava, look at Kava down 25% this morning. All right, they're not putting asses in chairs. Okay, and that's what's going on. All right, so Coca-Cola will pay attention to that whole group. All right, what else this morning? We got Chiners moving here this morning. Now, do not go chasing these. Okay, Baba. Maybe it looks like it's going to be a great day. Well, guess what? It is going to take 3-2 month up, all right, to continuation to the upside. Okay, so that's the move. That move's already gone, okay? How are we going to get to 134? let's start thinking about that, and we'll pay attention to that. I got a 212 on a weekly that's real nice. It's got one job to do, getting up to 124. Guess what? Taking that out this morning, we are coming all the way back up to 126. So we don't have any magnitudes until we get an attitude up here at 134.65. All right, so Baba, sit tight. Don't go chasing it. All right, JD, inside expanding this morning again here, 32.85. Not as provocative as the other guy, but 32.76 right now. That's up about 60 cents on the day. JD still going to be inside, still going to be on that month. Continuation to the upside. We'll see what happens there. All right, and then there's Baidu. Baidu's up this morning as well. All right, hammer back up on the month, which is on the week, which is looking pretty sexy. 2-2 up on the day here from yesterday, 87.83. We're trading at $90. You're going to get a nice little gapper up. You still got all this business to deal with. All right, so that could be a pivot machine gun potentially. I don't see that happening, but they made it to the list today, and that's about that. Okay, so we'll watch that CRWV. We'll watch this INTA, the Webtoon synopsis. NVIDIA is going to report on the 27th. Housing numbers on Friday. And tomorrow we got jobless claims and PPI. So I don't think those numbers are going to be anything too sexy or anything really at all. All right. So anything else here? I wish you could say something to me and say, hey, what do you think of this? But you could do that in my Discord. All right. So if you want to join that, you can get in there. All right. Other than that, right now, this Rapid7 had a huge day yesterday, RPD. I talked about that one the day before that, guys. You remember that. All right, Rapid7 had a great day. It looks like it wants to cool the jets a little bit. All right, so we talked about all these stocks, right? I talked about CrowdStrike, Fortnite, all the cyber stocks, how they got creamed, right? And we were on it, man. We were on it. You know we were. So CrowdStrike, the week is cooking nice, all right? And it's higher this morning, all right? It's up another $4 this morning, all right? So CrowdStrike, keep an eye on that. Fortnite too. Fortnite got killed on the gap or down. It's fighting right back. It's got a gap to fill, baby. Back up to $95. That's gonna be a climb, but keep an eye on it, man. All right, there's nothing to reach for here. We could probably find some magnitudes, but for right now, we're just going to call it as it is right now. All right, so continue to watch those. Like these stocks, all the cloud stocks, all right, some good, some bad. I don't know if this Salesforce is going to hold. That is a nice morning star that I'm seeing here this morning on the daily. It's a hammer up it's a hanging man. It's still 3-2 down. All right, it's going to take a lot for this to change. Again, this will be something where we get the inside week, and then we look for the reversal on the 2-1-2 week. All right, it's not ready yet. Those groups that whole group is down except for Microsoft. All right, Microsoft's a beast. All right, so I'll just rattle them off. Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Oracle, Salesforce, which is Cream, SAP, Autodesk, IBM. IBM's a piece of crap. IBM's way down. All right, and watch Jenny sitting on the yearly high. Jenny, she's getting away with a murder, I think, Jenny, with this move she's been making here. $28, man, to go to back up to the highs on Jenny. Read up on that company. I watch it very closely. It's a good stock. All right, I'm going to leave it at there. I'll see you at lunch. Be good.